What's up, Rob?
How you guys doing? You doing all
Doing
right?
great. How are you?
I'm excellent. We're doing great.
Real quick, Rob, just to make sure you're okay with it, this is a small Zoom, but then we're gonna stream it. Is that cool with you?
You do whatever you want. Just use us however you see fit. Hey, Noel.
Justin dropped off.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Now you can, Justin. Go ahead. And we are streaming too.
We're ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So, do you want to say hi real quick? This is my daughter, Camille. She's going to sit in on this one. So the goal of this Zoom, the idea is to give a platform to educate the average bear. All right. And we got a special guest. We do these every Monday. And we got two special guests, actually, Coach Rob DeBoer and his girlfriend, Danielle, up in Canada, if I'm correct. And Rob, I've been in contact with you since day one, but you have been instrumental in my own journey. I've been up and down when it comes to my own personal health journey, and you've always been consistent. And everything you have taught me is I can apply it, right? And I can teach the average bear that. And you have a really good way of putting this so the normal person can understand it. So real quick, if you're watching this, I've been drinking ketones for about a little over 5 years. I was a police officer when I started, and I was really hungry. And somebody told me I could get the benefits of ketones in a drink, and I thought it was crazy. And I started using the product, and then I leveraged some tips and tricks along the way. And Coach Rob DeBoer was instrumental in that. So I would like you to, for one, if both of you could just take a quick second, introduce yourself. Don't play it small either, Rob, because the name Prove It has something to do with you as well. Collegiate athlete. You've earned your stripes in places as a man. I wouldn't have listened. So I think it's important to validate yourself to those people who are watching. And I'll just give you the green light to do a quick introduction.
Awesome, Justin. Well, thank you. We're grateful to be here. And I would say, number one, before I talk about myself, the greatest probably street cred I have is I'm 52, soon to be 53, and I've got a 33-year-old girlfriend. I mean, come on, right? So we do a lot of things together. It's kind of like he's from the US, she's from Canada, and she's such a great person that I actually moved to Canada. So she's got an incredible story. I'll let you share about her. But the reality is this: we're very passionate about a specific calling in our life. For some people, it's art or music or education. For me, I've figured out, and I believe I'm very much called to help people feel better about themselves. And, for some it's weight loss, for some it's muscle gain, but ultimately it's aging well. What can we do to help people age well? Certainly, if I'm 52 going on 53, I've got kids that are closer to her age. And the reality is ketones are an incredible tool. It's not the end all be all. I think I'm probably one of the most honest voices you'll hear when it comes to this company, because we have such a powerful product that 8 years ago, I kind of sidelined my apparel company, which by the way was named Prove It. I had this idea, I'm going to change the apparel world, prove it, apparel to power you. Everyone has an it. Maybe it's to run a marathon. Oh, great, prove it. Maybe it's to lose weight, be a better father or mom or a dad. Maybe you want to raise awareness for cancer research. I wanted to create an apparel line that helped people accomplish their it, or that would inspire or motivate them. Long story short, one of my good friends, who happens to be the CEO of Prove It, Brian Underwood, we were both trying to be in business together, and I shared with him this concept, and he's like, wow, that's good. And I want to use that someday. And I was like, well, I already am using it. It's in the name of my apparel company. And then he approached me with this idea of drinkable ketones. Now, I'm someone that comes from a health, fitness, nutrition background. I played 2 sports at the University of South Carolina. I was a captain of the 1993 Carolina Gamecock football team, captain of the 1994 Gamecock baseball team, went on to play professional baseball. I've done strongman. I've done bodybuilding, and I've done Spartan races. I've done pretty much everything that an ex-athlete could do. And I say all that simply to say I'm very passionate about my body, how I look, how I feel, but I think more importantly, how I can help others take what's complicated and make it simple. Take science and make it simple. And so 8 years ago, I was introduced to this product. At the time, it was just called ketones. Then it became Keto Max, and now it's Keto Nat because it's a naturally fermented version with some very specific ingredients. But it was a compliance tool. If anybody's wondering why should they drink ketones, real simple. Ketones create compliance to a better lifestyle. You'll make better choices. You'll be more motivated to go to the gym. You'll be more willing to go to sleep and wake up. And it just makes the body work better. And I think, Justin, where you and I connected was probably, I'm as passionate about all the other stuff surrounding ketones. Hey, if ketones make you eat better and make you make better decisions, what should you eat? And we came up and kind of coined the term. The only diet that's going to work for Erica or Lisa or Michelle Holt or Noelle or Brian or you, Justin, the only diet that's going to work for Justin is the one he'll do. There's no wrong diet. It's just what diet will work for you. And this has always been a tool to help us accomplish that. Danielle, my girlfriend, has since gotten into coaching. I'll let her speak for herself. But y'all, all you have to do is look at her before picture, look at her after picture, and look at her now picture. It epitomizes me being her boyfriend, truly. She went from, I don't know how much you weighed, or a little overweight and out of shape. Hi.
You had to start first. That's a whole lot. Guys, when he was doing all these things, I was in diapers, literally trying to learn how to walk. And now I got to try to tell them my story. And you got 20 years on me. Hi, guys. I'm Danielle. It's nice to be here with you all. You've lived such a good life, honey. I'm glad you get to live the rest of it with me. When I found ketones, I had 3 small children, very, very small. I looked like I ate all of them at one time. I was 205, 208 pounds and just exhausted. I had tried everything. I would go to the gym and then I would come home from the gym and I would eat everything because I was hungry, starving. So everything I would do in the gym, I would completely destroy at home in the kitchen. And I was breastfeeding at the time, and somebody reached out to me and said, you should try this product. And I was like, you know what? I have nothing else left to lose. Now, at the time, I had 3 small children, but I didn't have money. There was no money. I'll be completely transparent and tell you, my internet and cable had got cut just a week before that. And I had to try to explain to my kids, why YouTube didn't work. And it was probably one of the worst feelings, just not being able to do it. Anyway, I found out about ketones and I was like, you know what? I really want to try this. I think this is the answer to all of my prayers. So I had gathered, when you take money from different spots, you try to round it up from a savings account, a checking account, a Visa, and all these little places. And I gathered up enough money and I signed up. And the moment I drank ketones, I felt like I could fly. I was like, oh my God, if I jumped off my roof right now, I would literally be my personal parachute. I'm smarter than that, but I just felt really, really good. And as I started drinking the ketones, they just helped me curb my appetite and they made me move my body more. And all of a sudden I was making better choices. My palate in my mouth literally changed. So I wasn't, shoving 10 chocolates in my mouth, letting them melt at one time, just pleasure myself. I just ate better. Anyway, I went from 205 pounds to about 150. Now, I still don't get on the scale. If people look at me, they think I'm a lot tinier than what I am because I weigh a lot. I have a lot of muscle. But that was just the start, just drinking ketones and listening to my body. And now it's been 6 years and I've kept it all off and every day just gets better and better and better. My internet, nothing has gotten cut. I've actually done really, really well. And I met the man of my life, love of my life.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah. You said something interesting, and then Justin, I'll throw it back over to you. You said ketones change your palate. I've never heard that, but y'all think about this. It really is this simple. But if you want to make it more complicated, great. Follow me, follow Justin, a lot of his people. Here's one thing I know about Justin and his team. They've always been incredibly grateful towards me. Like they'll follow, they'll send the thank yous. Like they've always been, I don't make a dime. This can be a financial opportunity. Whenever you have a good product that sells itself and is in high demand, and people that know science and know nutrition and know health, fitness, and nutrition and know this space, know how good this is, well, it creates an opportunity. I'm more passionate about the product, but it has created an opportunity for us. Danielle's probably more passionate about the opportunity. The reality is this: when she says ketones changed her palate, ketones will take food and change how you think of it as a fix. Like me having a Pop-Tart would be a fix. I know a Pop-Tart isn't a good fuel source for my body, but it's a quick fix. Like in the morning, I was one of those guys, I would grab a Pop-Tart or a donut. I mean, I've never turned down a donut. Now, ketones help create compliance. Like they create compliance to making better decisions. So if you've never tried ketones, or maybe you've tried ketones, or maybe you've tried them, you've left them and you're coming back, or maybe you've tried ketones, but you didn't know the food and fitness piece. Awesome. We're so glad you're here because there's a lot of information in our community. I mean, you can go look at Justin's before and after. You can go look at her before and after. And the reason I'm so proud of her is a lot of people think this is about weight loss. It's not about weight loss. It's about fat loss and keeping and creating muscle. You want a formula to live and age well, figure out how to become an efficient fat burner and learn how to keep the muscle you have and create new muscle as you age. So hopefully that gives you just a snapshot of our perspective. We use this with every client, every customer without exception. It's not the end all be all. We don't require our vegan customers to eat eggs and meat, just like we don't require our customers to drink ketones. But it is a tool, and it is a very predictable tool to create compliance. And I would say it helps people not only achieve success, but here 8 years later, drinking this every day, 5 or 6 years drinking this every day, it helps you sustain success. So I'll turn it back over to you guys.
Yeah, no, I love it. And that kind of it's going to segue into my next question. There's a lot of people on here, and after doing this for 5 years, and I'm sure you've seen this, I have more people coming back excited to drink ketones than along with the new people I have. I feel like this crazy momentum more than ever. It could be that it's almost New Year's. I don't know. But there are a lot of people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? I help people in the recovery world. They go try it their way, right? They feel good for a couple months, something happens, life gets lifey, they disappear for a minute, but then they come back. The best part of the way that you guys coach is the keeping and creating muscle. I now more than ever know that I don't want to be a burden on my children, on my grandkids, and I want my quality of life to be better. And from all the gurus all over the world, all the way to you guys, keeping and creating muscles seems to be the foundational way to make that happen. So whether it's somebody, that hasn't even drank ketones yet and is going to go on this journey and take it with them, or it's somebody who tried to do it their way, now they're actually listening and opening to that coaching, how would you start some people who are maybe coming in on a hot losing streak, right? Not feeling good about themselves. And then afterwards, I'm going to ask you the mindset that would go with that. But, what would you guys are coaches, where would you start with somebody who's like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. How would this work in my life?
I'll speak to the nutrition side, and she can speak to the mental side just because she's really good at empowering women, especially. But a lot of her posts and content targets everyone. I would say this, there's two things, y'all. This is so important and it's so simple. Every single morning, we do a live Monday through Friday, like our following knows it's Monday through Friday. Every single morning, without exception, your life will improve if you buy one box and you do this one thing every single morning, Monday through Friday for the next 4 weeks. Like this product comes in a 20 serving box. Okay. Well, that's not enough to have one all day, every day of the month. No, but it's enough for you to have one Monday through Friday for the next 4 weeks. We have a whole Facebook group called One Box to Better Body Comp. It's just kind of for our team and our customers, but one box to better body comp. That's what the goal is. What Justin's saying is, hey, we want you to make some changes, subtle changes, but y'all, this one tip, if you'll drink this packet Monday through Friday, every morning within 30 minutes of waking up, and you'll put a scoop of protein in a cup with a cup of water, shake it up. Now, you could choose 10 egg whites, 8 or 10 egg whites, but if you'll do ketones and protein every morning, Monday through Friday, 4 weeks in a row, you will come back on a Zoom just like this. Maybe we do a challenge. I don't know. I think a lot about Justin, and he's always been very grateful towards me. Maybe we do a challenge and people actually say, hey, I'll raise my hand. I'll buy a box. I'll do some protein every single morning, Monday through Friday for the next 4 weeks. You will jump on this Zoom and 100% of the people will say, you know what that man said, what they do Monday through Friday themselves live on Facebook, it really did work. So it could be that simple. Buy a box of ketones, put your hands on some protein. You know, we're happy to show you what we use, but it doesn't matter or make a difference. It's about the consistency. 5 days a week, one box, you will have better body comp. I'll let you talk kind of like, what would the mindset be of someone saying, gosh, you know, I've tried everything? Because I feel the biggest barrier is people don't want to waste their money.
Yeah.
And they don't want to fail. Like they failed already. They want to ensure success.
I mean, there's a saying, it goes, what is the saying? Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. So many times we get caught up in what we're scared of and failing. I made a post about this just the other day of my before and after, and it said, you know, when I started this journey, so many people said to me, oh, that's just something you're going to quit. Oh, you'll never stick with that. You're just going to quit it. Why are you even bothering? And I was like, you know what? I am in it. And it's been almost 7 years. And it is really, really simple. And there are hard days. It's not always easy, but you really have to divorce how you care about the thoughts of what other people think, because other people are going to drag you down. They're going to say things to you like, why are you drinking that? Why are you eating that? Why are you doing that? And you really have to remember like why you're doing what you're doing. Like, what is your goal? Why are you drinking ketones? So that way, when people say things to you like that, you can say, because I want to live longer, because I want to be better for my kids, because I want to lose weight, because I want to be, you fill in the blank. What is it for you? So you need to figure out your why to keep you going and to hold you strong, and just don't give up on yourself. Surround yourself with people like this that are on this Zoom. Be a part of a community of people that will lift you up and pick you up, that you can depend on, and just keep moving forward.
And, you know, the last thing I would add to that is, you know, this is for everyone. Like it's for everyone. And it's a very predictable tool. There aren't different versions. There's multiple patents that protect this. Like I enter into the conversation whenever that conversation comes up. Oh, it's one of those things, or one of those Amway pyramid things, or network marketing things, or you can call it what you want. This is a quantifiable product. It's blood tested. Now, we've grown far past the people that need to go test their blood, but this shows up in your blood. It shows up in your body. Whenever a new company comes up or peeks its head out of the woods, look, this company's been around for 8 years based on product. I think every new company has a run with opportunity, but a stable company must be based on product. That's my passion. Like this product, why it works, how it works, what it represents, and how it creates compliance in people who wouldn't ordinarily be as compliant. Because as a coach, that's the goal. How do I create a diet Danielle will do? It's going to look different than mine. How do I create a workout program that this person will do, that they enjoy, that they see success? Like, don't forget, I always tell people when we were talking about, hey, take the one box challenge, people want faster results rather than slower results. I don't know about you, but faster fat loss will motivate me a whole lot more than slower fat loss. Doesn't mean there's a wrong way. I just think the fast way is the better way, more encouraging, more motivating, more empowering, more proving way to show people. So that's what I would say is we've got a product that's for everyone. Don't let any of the other noise surrounding this product, or, hey, I could find it cheaper, or, hey, there's a different brand, or, hey, I heard this about that industry or about this company. Look, I'm here to tell you, when it comes to this product, there's not another one that matches. And we're just very passionate about what it represents. The moment you don't see us talking about this, it's because this changed. But for the last 8 years, we have been relentless in talking about this. And I don't see any reason for that to stop.
I would just add it. And I think that's what you were saying, Justin. You're noticing a lot of people coming back from the past. And I think sometimes we do get caught up in the noise and we go, you know what, I do kind of want to dabble over there and I want to try this and that. And we get kind of caught up, but there's literally nothing else on the market. I mean, even I get guilty. I'm like, what are they doing over there? What is that? And you kind of peek behind the curtain a little bit and you're like, oh no, it doesn't compare. No, I'm good. Thank you.
That's coming from a guy. I mean, I'm just a knucklehead, ex-police officer, ex-military. I've never touched anything like this before, right? I worked undercover and I moved other products. And so I do know good products on the street move, right? You don't need to. And I have found value in this type of business. And I too have just been like, because I feel like I hit a home run first time up to bat, right? Finding this product, because I don't know how people do it with leggings and wax and adult toys or whatever, because when people say, oh, it doesn't work, I can literally poke their finger with a Keto Mojo blood meter and show they're in a deeper level ketosis than they probably ever were with the diet. Next question, please. Let's apply lifestyle. And we were just, Mexico not too long ago, just launched Canada. We're launching places in Europe right now. Japan's coming. Like the everything that's coming with it is crazy bananas. And that new wave of people who are like coming back has just been phenomenal. I do want to cover, let's re-highlight that this is diet independent, maybe, and maybe some common myths of people think they need to do low carb, right? Every time some people are like, oh man, I'm almost ready, or they'll call me and say they just went to Costco, they emptied their cupboards, they spent $500 on new food to drink ketones. Do you want to cover the fact that that's not maybe necessary?
Yeah, sure. So I think there's an evolution with any new message that comes to the market, but there are some time-tested truths. Like, I'm probably going to say things that even people on this very Zoom, they may not agree with, but the facts remain the facts. So for example, eating high amounts of fat isn't going to cause you to lose fat. We have these 5 kind of sayings. Carbs don't make you fat. High fat won't make you skinny. Protein needs to be your priority. All calories count. Yes, even net carbs, even total carbs. And context is key. Here's the context for me. The reason we kind of choose this very general position, hey, the only diet that works for Dustin is the one that he'll do, because that's so true. As simple and silly as that sounds, hey, if you want an adult beverage, awesome. Let's figure out how to, hey, if you like bread with a turkey sandwich, then, hey, let's show you how to make bread work. Bread's not the reason anyone's fat, out of shape, or overweight. It's the overconsumption of calories. And what we found is over the past 8 years, a lot of people were misinformed when it came to the high-fat, low-carb diet. Remember, keto isn't contingent on high fat. It's contingent on low carb. And I always ask the question, well, wait a minute, would it make sense for faster fat loss? Remember, we talked about, hey, is faster fat loss more encouraging than slow? Well, the more fat you eat, the less body fat you're going to burn. Notice I didn't say anything about carbs. So for the first 30 days, what if you just did your best eating single ingredient real food? Single ingredient real food. Prioritize protein, kept, the main thing. Food doesn't have ingredients. It is the ingredient. And so again, I guess a long answer to a short question, Justin, is we probably eat the opposite of keto. Like, probably the exact opposite of keto. We're very high protein. People would say, oh, well, that throws you out of ketosis. Our goal isn't to be in or out of ketosis. Our goal is to lose fat, keep muscle, and age well. And I'm telling you, we've perfected it. It's not the only way, but we've perfected a very effective way that works for us. It might look different for you, but it's all following the same program, which is, hey, control calories, feed, restore, replenish, and provide the supply for muscles, and figure out how to create a healthy relationship. So food isn't a fix, but now is a fuel source. So again, we probably follow the opposite. High protein, we love our carbs. We try to keep them to single ingredient. We try to pair protein. And for us, we eat lower fat. Fat's easy to get. Like grilled chicken has fat. Like if I'm too low on my fat numbers, which is never, I could go quickly find a way to add fat to my diet. So we just focus on protein, high protein, the leaner, the better. That doesn't mean that high fat's not okay. We're just saying, hey, if fat loss is your focus for the next 4 weeks, let's focus on low fat, high protein, ketones every day, protein down the chute within 30 minutes. Meet us back here in 4 weeks and tell us we were wrong. You won't. You'll say, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. And look, that's not to step on anyone's toes. That's not the only way. Y'all, she lost, I don't know, however many pounds eating high fat, low carb. You know what she didn't do? She didn't prioritize protein. So she lost weight, but she didn't keep muscle. And I think that's one of the things that is so important to this message. There's no wrong way. The right way is the way that leads to success that you can sustain.
Yeah, I will add it because Justin, you had said, there are some people who they got to clean out their cupboards, they got to clean out their fridges, they got to buy all new food. I just had somebody who bought ketones for me and they've been sitting on her counter for 4 weeks. And I said, have you drank them yet? She's like, no, I got to finish this. And then I'm going to go get some groceries and I'm going to start working out. And then I'm going to start drinking ketones. And my advice to her was just start drinking the ketones. Everything else will come after, but you have to make small changes one step at a time. Sometimes we have this vision of where we want to go and we think, okay, I'm going to do an hour of cardio every day. I'm going to eat under 1,000 calories. I'm going to do my protein. I'm not going to have any sugar. I'm not having any pop. I'm not having any juice. I'm not having this X, Y, Z. You fill in the blank. You've cut everything out. Now you hate yourself. And about 2 weeks into it, you go, this sucks. I'm never doing this again. And you quit. But if you just do it one step at a time, start drinking your ketones, start drinking your protein, start drinking water, start eating single ingredients, just one day at a time, not too much. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're going to notice such a difference over time, but don't try to rush the process. Don't wait for times to be perfect. They will never be perfect. It takes years to perfect it. It's been 6 years. I still don't understand macros. Not going to lie.
And I would tell you, this is a great time to get started because if you can accomplish success this time of year, I mean, think about it. We've still got a bucket of Halloween candy. I was like, we've got to get that out of here because, you might grab that little tiny candy, but like I still do. Right. But again, we're at a time of the year where, hey, I could use some better mood and mindset. Like, let me control my stress. I don't know about anybody here on this Zoom, but when I'm in a better mood and mindset, I treat her better. I make better decisions when it comes to eating and have more patience with kids.
Thanksgiving.
Everything. Mood and mindset. I'm going to give you 8 words. Mood and mindset are the first 2. Appetite and cravings. Look, when I can control appetite and cravings, I can choose chicken and broccoli better than I can spaghetti and meatballs. Doesn't mean I don't want spaghetti and meatballs, but that's an easy choice. I know which one would fuel me better. Maybe spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic bread would probably taste better. And look, that's not off limits ever and forever. Nope. It's just for the next 4 weeks. Let me go see how this really works and how fast I really can move the needle. So appetite and cravings, energy and endurance. Y'all, this isn't spike crash. This isn't stimulus-based energy. The best way I can describe it is you won't need an afternoon nap. You won't need an afternoon nap. Like it just sustains your energy. And here's the irony. Justin, you had kind of a swing and hit a home run. She did too. I'm one of those guys. I'm not sold on what this does to me day one. And that there's got to be other people. Hey, I don't know if here's the greatest benefit because science says so. And I don't claim to be a scientist, but I would argue I'm as scientifically well-read as a lot of people in this space that have degrees behind their names, just because it's my passion. The biggest benefit of this product, truly, in my opinion, is something you won't even physically feel. Muscle preservation protection. If you can keep muscle and learn how to keep muscle, you will lose fat. That's the goal. But think about it. I can feel mood and mindset change. I can feel if I can control appetite and cravings. I feel what energy and endurance feels like. I have no clue. There's no physical feeling associated with the greatest benefit of this. And y'all, that's where maybe you just got to believe in Justin. Maybe you just got to believe in this guy, Coach Rob, and his girlfriend, Danielle, that looks like she looked one way and now she looks a completely different way. Maybe you just got to study science. There's multiple patents that you could research. Go Google exogenous ketone patent, muscle preservation, exogenous ketone patent, muscle power output. Like, the research is there, and that's not even prove it research. That's just established research in the scientific space. So the last two words, preservation, protection, that's something I don't physically feel what it's like to preserve muscle, but I know what it looks like in the gym because I don't get weak. I stay strong, or I get stronger. So again, those are 8 words that are associated with this. What if you could just turn those 8 words on tomorrow? You can on day 1. Now go do it 5 days a week, weekends off, and then do it for 4 weeks. Watch what happens.
Yeah, mic drop on that. Well, I could end right there. I'm gonna maybe just take a couple minutes. You know, the program is Drink Ketones Daily, Reboot Monthly. If you just want to give a little peekaboo on what is the reboot, you know, when should you do it, and what are the benefits of it? Because I know, like you said, fat loss is even better if it happens fast. I know when I'm coaching other people, if I can get them to do a reboot, right, or just attempt it to the best of their ability, it is a game changer on the fat loss time scale. So do you want to just kind of give them a little idea of what that is and how it would apply to drinking ketones daily?
Yep. The irony is this all started probably 6 or 7 years ago on Easter. It was me and 2 other people, a guy named Big Shane Davison and a gal named Crystal Peak Price. The 3 of us started this idea, hey, let's do a extended fast. We didn't know how long. We just kind of developed it from the hip. I remember I had eaten a bunch of Easter candy. It was a Sunday night, and it's like, hey, they always talk about ketones and muscle preservation. I've seen the patents. I've read the research. Before, I would never consider fasting. Like, nope, I'm not going to lose my muscle. I'm not going to catabolize my muscle. There's no way. Well, since then, we kind of came up with this program. We called it the water wash. And it was like 3 people turned into 30 people. Then it turned into 300 people. And we decided to do it once a month. Had nothing to do with Prove It. Next thing you know, there's 1,300 people, and people are starting to have life-changing stories. People are like, I was just in a really dark place, and you're not going to believe this. I went through the reboot with you guys, and y'all, life-changing stories. People that made life-altering decisions, didn't want to take their life because they just felt this renewed hope in their life. Turned into 13,000 people. Prove It steps in and tries to shut it down just because there were so many outrageous claims, benefits, but we can't make those in this industry. Like the regulators, it's just, and I agree, you can't make these misleading, even though they were true, you can't make these claims. So Prove It kind of stepped in and said, hey, let's try to corral this and formalize it. And that is what became the Keto Reboot. The Keto Reboot is something we do monthly. Real simple analogy. Your car or truck will run better if you rotate the tire, change the oil, top off the fluids, etc. That's all you're doing with the reboot. There's 3 things that you accomplish. I don't care if someone says, well, ketones break your fast, or, hey, Coach Rob, I see you doing protein, like a scoop of protein. You do this protein sparing keto reboot. Well, doesn't that break? 3 things are accomplished. Number 1, digestive rest. I'm not chewing food for 2.5 days, basically from Sunday night to Wednesday morning. Number 2, metabolic reset. Because I'm not chewing food, because I'm only having ketones, and sometimes we'll add in the protein, I'm only doing a limited supply of calories. So I'm creating what's called a deep energy deficit, a deep food deficit, a deep caloric deficit. Well, that resets my metabolism because I deplete all of my stored carbs. And by day 2, I'm literally a fat burner. You know, a lot of people confuse this. Hey, drink this and you're in fat burning mode. Y'all, I'm here to tell you, I'm sorry if it disappoints you. That's not how it works. Now, this is one of the greatest fat loss tools, and it helps create all of the compliance of what it takes to lose fat. But drinking something doesn't cause you to lose fat automatically. If it does, boy, I would really, really love this. But so digestive rest, metabolic reset, kind of turning your body into a fat burner, and then mental awareness. Like the greatest benefit is it's hard, Justin, it's hard. But that's why we never do it alone. Danielle and I, we have a group of people. We do it with every single month. We do it as a community. Prove It kind of took a, you know, they reformulated some things and they took a halt and they realized this is too special of a program not to do. So they have a whole community, probably 100,000 people around the world. Do they all do it at the same time? No. But we've led over the last 5 or 6 years, the largest fasting group, extended fasting group in the world on social media. And you can be a part of it. I don't know, it's coming up this month. We'll be a part of it. We do it each and every month. There's not a day or night during the 40 or the 60 hours. It's called a 60-hour keto reboot that we say, hey, I'll have pizza if you have pizza. And we both say, no, we shouldn't have pizza. And we don't do it. But my point is, it's something that it's the equivalent of servicing your car or truck. You do that, your body's going to work better. It's going to run faster. It's going to sustain, you know, and perform longer. And that's the goal ultimately.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yes, I love the reboot. Just being a normal everyday dude, it just resets my taste buds. I start getting squirrely and it like comes at the perfect time. So yeah, if there's anything else, I don't know if you want to shoot a shot across the bow to maybe somebody brand new, if you guys can think of something that you want to let them know. But if not, I want you guys to know, go follow Danielle, go follow Coach Rob. Okay, they're all over the place. We'll tag their names in this post, and lean in to the coaching that comes with this, because once you do, the product is amazing, and at the end of the day, it's going to put you in ketosis. But if you do a few things along the way, right, and you lean in, like Coach was saying, the 60-hour reboot is never my favorite ever, but when I do it with this community, it holds me accountable. And at the end, I always feel great. I just 100% of the time, always feel great. So yeah, do you have anything?
I think we're good. I mean, we're grateful that you guys trust and like, y'all, just to give you an example, what Justin just did isn't common, even in this own community. Like it's not. For him to say, hey, go follow these people, that man's got an abundance mentality. Like he understands what it means to be grateful and know, hey, what's going to happen is going to happen. I can promise you this, the content we put out has no strings attached. There's no getting and got you with us. If you want to go buy ketones from whoever invited you to this Zoom, that's what you should do. If you reach out and you say, hey, heard from Justin, I want to buy ketones, but wait a minute, who told you about ketones? Oh, Justin. Nope, go buy them from Justin, but continue to follow us. If you'll follow that strategy, that will work 100% of the time, and you'll align yourself with people that think the way you should think in this type of business model, and abundance will follow. I don't know what it looks like. It just might be life-changing results physically. It might be life-changing results mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It might be life-changing results financially. It can truly be whatever you want. But if we all approach this with that spirit, you don't lose.
Absolutely. Yes. And I would like to take full credit for this, but Aaron Winhorn, Tabitha Johnson, Noelle Foster, this is a collective thing. Like somebody has an idea, somebody's good at doing a flyer, somebody's good at making a call. And then at the end, we have this beautiful, 45 minutes of knowledge being shared. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. Reach out to the person who invited you here. Like just say, hey, I saw that. Or if you've watched the replay, put replay in here. If you have some good stories to share, put them in the comments below. But reach out, start asking questions, and we'll all get you the correct resources. So thank you very much. Sleep tight up there in Canada.
We'll do it. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Danielle. Appreciate
You
it.
got it. Thanks, Aaron. You got it, guys. Take care.